Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Autumn. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on my video. If you're returning, thank you for returning because I know I'm all over the place. But I just wanted to hop on here and show you guys this new Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals palette. I did pick this up on Thursday from Ulta for $55 after tax. I want to say it was like $58 or so, but it does retail for $55. And for me, I haven't picked up Anastasia palette in a minute. I feel like she fell off a little bit, but she released this one, and prior to that the Nouveau, and people are excited. You know, I haven't used this one yet. I just picked this up. My man bought it for me last night at Sephora. But on this palette, it is like a grungier, like 90s, almost like a sexier type of color story, as you can see. And in this specific look, I used 9 of the 12 shades just in this one eye look. And I have done 3 eye looks with this. You guys might see all 3, you might just see this one. I don't know, I gotta watch the footage back and see what each one looks like. But yeah, if you guys want to know my opinions on this palette, if you want to see how it works on the eye, and just overall my thoughts and how I feel, stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay guys, so this is as much as this lens is gonna zoom in. I do have another lens, but the quality isn't as good, so we're just gonna use this one. I primed my eyes with the One Size, I want to say it's Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer, and then I just set my crease only with my One Size translucent powder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one eye with cooler tones, one eye with warmer tones, but I'm only gonna do one eye at a time so I can use the exact same brushes, you know. Okay, so to start, I'm going to go in with Ashes, which is this grayish, it's not gray, it's like a beige gray shade, and I'm going to stamp that in my crease before I blend it out. This is a Morphe E23. Okay, it's pigmented, it's pretty. I hope you guys can see. So this shade is very cool toned. I'm gonna put a little bit more through my crease. And it is going very gray on me. I've seen some people, it goes like mauve-y gray. On me, it's gray. Okay, so this shade blended out really easily. It's very pretty. If I'm looking down, it's because my mirror is down and I want you guys to be able to see the eye look as I'm looking down. But it did blend out very easily. Here it's picking up a little like darker, but that's because I have foundation on my face. I only have foundation and bronzer, no concealer, and none of it is set. It's all cream products right now, so it's picking up a little bit more, but pretty. It's cool tone gray. Next I'm going to go in with Noble right here, which is like a neutral toned brown. I wouldn't say it's warm or cool, it's very neutral toned. And there is some kickback in this palette, if you guys could see. I don't even know if you guys could see that, but there is some kickback. But I don't mind. Anastasia shadows are known for being powdery, so I really don't mind it, as long as they perform on the eye well. So I'm just focusing this on my outer corner and then blending it through my crease a little bit just to get that shade blended out, but I'm not applying any more on my brush to blend it through the crease. so this is where we're at currently with those two shades. It's not really my type of look, but it is pretty. So next, so I was going back and forth between what shade I wanted to use between Nova, Haze, Rose Quartz, and Nocturne. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. And this is what they look like on my hand. And I think I am going to go in with Haze because it's like a taupe with cool tone shimmers in it. I'm not going to wet my brush at first, but I'm going to use a Morphe M167. Just pick it up. This is like a foiled metallic shade, so I don't know if it's going to pick up correctly. And I'm going to pull off my mirror so that I can use this mirror and get a little bit closer, like on the edge of my seat, and just... Okay. So, on this brush, the shade is very crumbly, but on this brush, no, it's picking up. You just have to pick up a lot of it to get it to show up with the brush. You can also use a finger, but I'm not really a finger person, to be honest. So this is what the eye looks like with Ashes, Noble, and Haze. And I think it's pretty. I'm not really one for like super cool toned looks. I like more of a neutral look. This is very cool toned, but for the cool tone lovers, I think it's pretty. The shades performed well. I do have a little bit of fallout under my eye, but nothing that I couldn't clean up like very easily. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. Not necessarily an eye that I would just like throw on, but it is pretty. So on the next side, we're gonna do a warm tone look, and then we'll get into my thoughts of the palette. Okay, so I do have this eye done. This is the cool tone eye. Now we're gonna go into the warm toned eye. I am using the exact same brushes. I just cleaned them with my Sephora Daily Brush Cleaner, and let's get into it. So I'm gonna go into the shade Sun Rose, which is this warm toned brown shade, and put that throughout my crease. These shades are very pigmented. All right, so Sun Rose is there in my crease. Can you guys see? And next I'm going to take my Morphe E28. I started with the Morphe E23. Next I'm going to take my Morphe E28 and I'm going to go in Dune. Dune is not eye safe. It's a pressed pigment, but they did want to mention it is not eye safe. Dune is pretty. It's just a terracotta brown shade. These eyes are going to be more simple, just so I can show you guys some colors. Blending out, super pretty. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, so it is the shade with Sun Rose and Dune. My lashes are getting a little wonky from the blending. But yeah. Next, I'm gonna take the Morphe M43. Is it 4? Yeah, 434. And I'm gonna use Noble again, just to deepen a little bit my outer corner. It's a nice neutral deepening shade that you can use for either your cool tone or your warm tone looks. So I like that they have that in there. So this is where we're at. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of the Dune shade on my Morphe E20, or not M, my Morphe E28, and just soften up that Noble shade a little bit. Blend it out some. Okay, there we go. And I am going to use, so first I'm going to start actually with Element, which is just this basic shimmer shade. It's not a metallic, it's not a foil. And I'm going in with my Morphe M167, and I'm going to, this shade is very like crumbly. To be a shimmer, it's very crumbly, but see how it performs. Didn't wet my brush, just going in dry. Oh, that's pretty. That is super pretty. Okay. This reminds me of a MAC shade I used to have, and I cannot think of the name, but it's just like a burnished bronze shade. But yeah, I really like that. So there's that. And then I'm going to go in with Rose Fire, which is this metallic foiled bronze shade. And it looks like it has like some purple reflex in it. And I'm going to place that on the inner part of the eye. And a little bit over that Element shade. That's pretty. You don't even have to wet these shades. They're just going on. Really foiled and really metallic. Okay. I'm gonna go back. Ooh, dropped the palette. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of the Element shade, and I'm using different sides of the brush. And I'm just going to marry those two together a little bit more. Okay. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with the Sunrose shade again on my E28 and just blend all of those edges. So here are the two looks I created. One warm, one cool. I'm gonna wipe off one eye, do the same look on the other eye, and then I'll jump back on and tell you guys my thoughts and everything like that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so you guys seen how this eyeshadow palette performed. And to be honest, I feel like Anastasia is back, you know. Like I said, I know she came out with the Nouveau a couple months ago and I haven't used it, but I am excited to use it. Now, is this groundbreaking colors we've never seen before? No, it's not. Is the formula groundbreaking, something I've never used before? No, it's not. But if you need like a perfect everyday eyeshadow palette that can take you day to night, this is a really good palette. So the thing with this palette is there's different formulas. So there's shimmers, there's metallics, there's mattes, there's like foiled shades that you can either tone down or amp up a look with. And there's also cool tones and warm tones in the palette. So it's very versatile in that aspect. Do I think it's worth $55? I do, because you get 12 shades in it. So that's not even $10 a shade. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? $5, not even $5 a shade. So I do think it's worth it. I don't think necessarily it's something you have to like run out and get right now. But if you like the color story, if you like the versatility, if you like that it's like a grungier type palette, I think you should get it. I know it is available at Ulta. Sephora, when I looked at Sephora, I didn't see it at Sephora yet in store. I don't know if it was in store. When I looked on Thursday, I didn't see it on Sephora, but I did see it at Ulta, and it's available on the Anastasia Beverly Hills website. But yeah, overall, I would probably rate the palette an 8 out of a 10. Not because the formula didn't perform, not because I don't like the palette, just because it's colors we've seen before. It's nothing new. I probably have these colors multiple times over in my collection. I have a very, 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 very large collection. But if you don't, this is a palette you can travel with. You can take it day to night. You can make it soft. You can make it sultry. You can make it dramatic. So that's my opinions on it. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys tried it, what you think about it, how you feel about it, because I know everyone is different. Like I said, I tried this 3 different looks. You guys might see all 3. You might just see this one. I don't know. But this specific look, I did not use any primer, no base at all, and it performed beautifully. So it's another good thing about it. You don't have to use primer, because I know not everybody is like into primer. So yeah, overall, tell me what you guys think about the look, the palette. The packaging is gorgeous as well. I don't think I mentioned that yet. The packaging is gorgeous. It's like a metallic taupe with like a leather type print, and then rose gold details. Can you guys see that? And yeah, it's gorgeous. So overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. A lot of people compared the Color Story to the Makeup by Mario palette. I never got my hands on that palette, and it never came back, but it does give that like grungier type of vibe. So if you missed out on that one and you're looking for something similar, not a dupe, I would reach for this one. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what other kind of videos you guys want to see. I have a few more coming. I plan on just filming today, so I have a few more coming. And God bless you guys. Bye.